You won't believe it. My dad started telling me his love stories, and I promised myself I would never listen again. Why acknowledge a stranger I've never met after being raised by Dad? Benjamin mused, closing the door and walking down the ghostly hallway. Ultimately, he chose to return and stay with the dying old man, adding a glimmer of light to his bleak life. He knew loneliness best. He carried his biological dad on his back like it was moving day, taking him to the pier to catch the last sunrise. Talk about a family moving day. Subtitles. Sitting behind his father like a guardian. The morning sunlight unexpectedly became a farewell melody for his father. While Benjamin had meticulously arranged the old man's final party. Then he rushed off to New York, eager to see that stunning ballet performance, thinking to himself, now that's a show you don't want to miss. When Daisy stood before him with a look of shock, Benjamin felt like a surfer caught off guard by a wave. He didn't say a word. She clearly wasn't ready. She said she had to meet briefly with the dancers before tending to her personal affairs. Benjamin then realized he was a guest waiting in line. Suddenly, a dancer ghostly crept up and hugged him, leaving Benjamin in an earthly hell facing such a scene. Maybe he had no time to meet the right one, leaving the bar with disappointment. Just then, Daisy chased after him like a long-lost friend. "What are you doing here?" she asked in disbelief. "Oh my gosh, Anderman. Are you trying to blow up my stage? This is my life. Where are you going?" She seemed to ask, "Are you keeping me on my toes?" Between a childhood friend and her career, 23-year-old Daisy hesitated, then chose the latter. Benjamin didn't intend to keep anyone then. Sometimes letting go is also a form of silent love, much like a quiet game of thieves and cops. Over the next 5 years, Daisy dazzled everyone as she rose to fame. She dated numerous boyfriends, yet always reserved a spot in her heart for Benjamin. But obviously, some people you can let go of easily are simply tourists. Benjamin was in his 40s but appeared younger. They played a big joke on Daisy as a taxi hit him an unexpected joke. The taxi completely shattered Daisy's ballet dream. Her leg was broken, but maybe in the future she could still dance again. Benjamin decided to stick around as her temporary caregiver. However, Daisy didn't want to be pitied, so Benjamin chose to back off. He didn't fully leave, silently guarding her until Daisy recovered, like a mailman. During that period, he dated, but no one filled his heart's void. One odd spring, Benjamin proudly sailed to sea. When he got home, the girl he could never forget finally returned, as if their destinies had hit the jackpot and intertwined once again. At the age of 49, they took a submarine ride, basking in the sunset while watching a rocket launch. It felt like a breathtaking scene straight out of a blockbuster, but one day, a downpour hit the island, and while others scattered, they chose to stay and embrace nature's gift, such a legendary romance. Benjamin, like a knight, respected Daisy's feelings and worked hard to build barriers for her happiness. Daisy didn't answer, but her eyes already revealed the truth. Benjamin didn't expect forever, he just wanted the warmth of their love. A few days later, they returned to the nursing home, and the house felt so empty, as if the noise of the potty had been wiped away, making them nostalgic. The old folks told him that his mother had passed away, and they hurried to catch the funeral. The room filled with tears, and Rooney appeared in everyone's hearts like a saint, always there to lend a hand in tough times. Benjamin held back his tears, believing his mother taught him how to be strong. After the funeral, he sold the old man's house. He used the money to buy a second-hand apartment to start a joyous life with Daisy. Though it had no furniture, it was filled with love. They cherish every moment to love, though it's a ruthless fight against time like resisting reuse. Her little home was simply managed, living a modest yet happy life, but Daisy always felt a knot in her heart, especially seeing others' perfect legs out. Benjamin, fit as a fiddle, took her for thrilling young adventures, while they wrapped up in blankets for cozy middle-aged mornings. Over time, Daisy finally understood that acceptance was the only way to preserve the memory. She opened a dance class for kids. After class, she stretched too, standing in front of the mirror, trying to etch that moment in her memory. Daisy told Benjamin that she was pregnant, and he felt a whirlwind of emotions. Despite everything, he chose acceptance. Time brings calm, but also confusion. He worried about his health. Being unable to act for the child felt unfair. Daisy didn't care. She was ready for whatever lay ahead. Just then, Benjamin saw a news clip. 68-year-old Elizabeth crossed the English Channel in 33 hours, a feat not to be brushed off. She earned countless praises for it. Anything is possible gave her great courage. An ordinary day turned extraordinary. Daisy went into labor. Benjamin waited anxiously outside, and with a cry, A baby girl was born, moving him profoundly. His eyes brimmed with unparalleled emotion. The daughter thrived, but on a day meant for joy, Benjamin urged Daisy to find another. He couldn't bear the thought of his daughter growing up without a father, while Daisy couldn't manage 2 kids at once. On their daughter's birthday, he sold all his possessions, saving the money to pave the highway to the future for the mother and daughter. With not a word of goodbye, Daisy watched him leave their lives, knowing some people just can't be held on to. From then on, Benjamin took on various jobs, drifting around the world, yet the one constant was his everlasting love for his daughter. He wished to soothe her to sleep, take her to school, teach her piano, and ensure she knew he would always be her dad. On the day she finished her dance class and was ready to go home, a young man stood at the door. It was Benjamin. She grew up to be as beautiful as Daisy once was, yet Daisy could no longer recognize her. She had begun a new life for her later years.